Alright, so this video is going to be titled WTW with the Wife Reading a Comic. And we are going to be reading Marvel's Wastelanders Wolverine Issue 1. I have no prior knowledge of what this is about, but, it's Old Man Logan. I think I said in another video, Old Man Logan, he has a pretty interesting story. It seems like by the time he gets to be them showing him being an old man, he doesn't really want to mess with anything, and trouble usually finds him. And so I just think that's fantastic because Wolverine can handle himself, and so it's really cool. And I don't know what this is about, like I said, so I'm gonna dive in. Issue 1, hopefully it's good. I'm looking at who they have on the cover with them. They have a baby on his back. They have a baby on his back, and it's a green baby. So is that like a Hulk? That's the Hulk baby. I think it's the Hulk baby. And then they got Captain America, Thor, and Cyclops, Spider-Man. I think there's Jean Grey. Yeah, she got the.
Never quite envisioned the Hulk as a baby.
She's got the Phoenix on her. And is that? I don't know who that chick is. She's got a is that Wanda? I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure.
Gonna find out.
We gonna find out. Y'all stay tuned. All right, man. So we just got done reading issue 1 of Wastelanders Wolverine issue 1, and it was pretty decent. It seemed like it came at you real fast because he's wandering with what appears to be the son of Hulk, or Bruce Banner. And this comic actually has been around for a while now. The story I've actually have heard of this story now that I'm seeing it. Now that I've read what happened, Wolverine kills Bruce Banner's family, and the Bruce Banner family are seemingly all like Hulk size, in this iteration. And Wolverine is walking around with the baby of Bruce Banner, and he ends up killing the X-Men because all the villains, just banded together and decided to, swarm on them. And I was like, okay, it said when it started that it was gonna, it's about, the villains. It says decades ago, the supervillains united and collectively wiped out nearly all superheroes, leaving the remaining wastelands of the United States a brutal landscape, nearly devoid of hope. These are the stories of the few who remain in a world where heroes can die, villains can win, and the struggle to survive sits alongside threats, cosmic, magical, and supernatural. And, Wolverine survives, like he usually does, I would expect him to be one of the X-Men or one of the superheroes from, there was a battle royale between any superhero you pick from DC, whatever, Wolverine would be one of the last to survive. And so apparently the Sinister Six or Mysterio from the Sinister Six, created an illusion where Wolverine thought, he was fighting the bad guys, but he was fighting, his fellow X-Men, and he killed them. And so...
Which is crazy, because that would actually happen, right? Like, because Wolverine is like...
OP
of all OPs.
It usually works on most people, Mysterio's abilities. I don't know if it differs if you're strong-minded or like if you're weaker-minded, strong-minded. Obviously, it would work. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how strong you are mentally, you could. I don't know. That's definitely a video for another time. What is Mysterio's limits and capabilities of illusions and all that? But he's wandering with the baby, and a lot of stuff happens, man. He ends up fighting there's a scene where he ends up fighting like a big robot, and it's a robot that's a Stark robot, a Stark created robot that looks like the original robot that he made in the cave from Iron Man 1. But it's not that. It's actually, I mean, it looks like that, but it's not Bruce. I mean, it's not Stark in the suit. It's Bruce.
Right, it's like a really evil Bruce.
Yeah, man. Like, Bruce has been like, there's a lot of other novels. I mean, the novels that I have. There's a lot of, I have issue 1 and 2 of this new Hulk. And he's evil in that one, too.
Right.
And I'm just like, was it? I mean, but that's cool, though, actually. I just like that when it's, executed properly because, you know, I have these issues. I have this run of the Hulk coming, you know. I think I ordered that whole series, and it's like I hope it picks up.
Me too.
Because there was a lot of good scenes, a lot of good scenes in the panels.
And to be clear, we're currently talking about a different.
Yeah, but basically the theme though.
This one read really well.
The theme is
it's still, you know.
The theme is different. The theme is different, but the narrative of Bruce being a bad guy is there.
It's also adorable to see Hulk baby. Like, what?
Yeah, there's a Hulk baby. Yeah, like I was saying, there's definitely a Hulk baby. And then he had this
little daddy scene, and I was like, oh, I hope they make it so that Wolverine is the dad. And then it was, and it was like, ow.
Right.
And then he just like, I don't know if...
Wait, we shouldn't spoil it. We shouldn't spoil it. Or should we spoil it? I mean, I don't know.
You should have said that, babe. You gotta let me know.
No, my bad. That's my bad.
So
I mean,
just gonna have to put spoilers.
I don't know. I don't want us to.
But I thought it was kind of crazy. I didn't quite get all the details about how they defeated Banner because it was just like the little kid was like, "Dad," and then Banner was dead.
Yeah,
or, broken apart. And I was like, what?
The
sun did something?
Out of nowhere, Bruce Banner just comes out of nowhere while Wolverine is in this, this wasteland of a town.
Yeah.
And he gets beat up because the suit that Bruce is in is like adamantium.
Right.
And so,
So his claws don't do
yeah,
much
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
Right.
It kind of, yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
And that's not the part that was confusing to
They
me.
cancel each other out is what I wanted to say. They cancel each other out.
Is that it really felt like
And then Bruce is just beating him up with the suit on.
It really felt like Logan was like struggling to beat this guy, and then Baby Hulk was like, "Dad," and then
he said, "Dad,"
and then they like had that embrace, which was really cool. And then the next scene, Banner was like broken apart in the ground, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
There was just a big switch there, and I was like, I would have really liked to see a wee bit more detail in the actual takedown of a seemingly, OP character and, Banner being in this adamantium suit.
Yeah, man.
That's the only knock I got, because I was like, really?
The Baby Hulk, he punched his dad's head off.
Oh, did they show that? Did I miss that? That's what I was thinking. I feel like I missed something. Okay, yeah.
He punched his head off.
He punched his head off. Okay. I was like, did they really not show how they beat him? No. All right.
He punches his head off.
Punches his head off.
And he screams, "Daddy, Daddy!" And you think I was like, okay, well, how's this gonna go? And then I was like, yeah, I know how it's gonna go. He punches his dad's head off because he associates his dad being Logan. You know what I'm saying? Which makes sense. He's been taking care of him this whole time. He's been wailing, crying the whole trip. So,
He's not much of a father figure, I guess.
It was good. Apparently all the remaining superheroes, it said in this comic, Wolverine said that, half a century passed? He said something about he said half a century ago, the bad guys finally got smart and banded together. And Mysterio tricked him and made him kill some of the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Because we know he killed Cyclops. It's like he killed Cyclops, which, those two always butt heads. But, it was good. It was decent. I look forward to short, right? Really lean. I like that though, man. Looking at stuff like that, seeing how lean the dialogue is. Yeah. And there was monologue. There was dialogue and monologue and it was all lean, you know. Whereas this Hulk, that Hulk comic we were reading, I didn't know what was like. I thought it was because I was reading manga. I thought like I'd be feeling like since I've been reading manga and I go left, I read left instead of right. I'd be thinking like, is that why I'm be getting thrown off? But there's way too much dialogue.
Because we stopped reading that and reset and then reread certain pieces of it because we were confused.
And we were just like, where is this? Is this bubble supposed to be before this bubble? Like it was. It seemed like there was way too much, and there was
just a lot of bubbles.
But the thing was, the art wasn't bad.
No,
but there was just
visually it was great.
I just felt like there was way too much dialogue and monologuing, and where we could have just like had a little bit of dialogue and really just seen the art, like really appreciate the art. But there was just too much going on for me personally.
So it's nice to have a comic book that does have a Hulk vibe that is just kind of easier to follow. So I do like that.
Yeah, because it's I've never got a Hulk. I never got a Hulk comic before, so it's pretty cool to see that they're really going with the same theme of making Hulk a bad guy in other comics, and And as far as that comic was concerned, I just liked the art, and I was like, I'm gonna get this story arc and see what it is. But hopefully it picks up. I just read one comic, so it could definitely be better in the second one. But I just want to wrap it up and say it'd be really cool to see Hulk actually become mean again. I would like to see a mean Hulk
in the MCU.
In the MCU, yeah, I would like to see a mean Hulk because this whole nice Hulk shit, that shit's whack. And it's just whack, man. I mean, don't nobody want to see Hulk with glasses and just, what I'm saying, just eating that table, man. Man, flip that table over, man.
The science nerd in me,
punch some bad guys, man.
The science
I'm not here for that,
nerd
man.
in me really does like Professor Hulk because he is, it does showcase the science side, which I do, as a scientist, I do appreciate that. But
Absolutely.
I am of the same mind that...
Absolutely. I mean, if we're talking
I would
about...
like to see an angrier Hulk.
If we're talking about it's cool, you know what I'm saying, to learn and all that, absolutely. But
because he did do his thing.
I've liked the Hulk since I was a kid, and never ever did I was like, man, I want to see a Hulk. I want to see the Hulk in his suit and glasses. Like I've never ever thought that one time.
Yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, man. This is another episode of Art and Our Entertainment. We'll be back with another episode. Y'all stay tuned.